volume. I was trying to get around to that, but for some reason they were stuck in a really fucking weird place. I don't know. I think that would be under a general settings thing. If you make 5 million dumbass menus. Chill the fuck out, give me a normal menu. And let me access things and do what I fucking want. Jesus. And need to adjust. It's not at all sitting where it should be. Where in the fuck are you going? Because you were pointed directly at me. I have anything I can do with the... It's pointed directly at me, but it doesn't fucking see anything. And once again, for no fucking reason whatsoever, Xbox apparently designed their menus with their heads up their ass. Because it just doesn't make any sense. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. I am on the far left of the screen right now. Now I'm gone. You have... Oh, hang on. Okay, it's better. Troubleshooting. New setup, new shit. Hold on, give me a second. I'm trying to... Smidge down. Okay. Just a tad. Too low. My face is cut off. Perfect. Yay, adjusting. Oh look, you get a shiny cutscene. Also check out another. I was gonna say I think I felt it vibrate my own voice. Not necessarily his. Juices. Delicious juices. continue. Boink. 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 Make sure I posted those all the way through and all my promotions up. Oh. Oh. Ow. Hefty crash. Alright, so what am I even doing now? Because it's been about a month since I fucking played. I know I'm in the plains of Erathell, but meet her to mare. That's down in fucking dead here. It's up in Rathir. Ancient fall right in its back thing. Get some lost scrolls back from some kobolds. Okay. Kill a dude. Yeah, that's not slightly awkward or anything. Instead of just getting another ring, I'm gonna go pull the ring off my dead wife's grave to give to whom I'm hoping to be my fiance. Bro, just get a new one. That shit's cursed. That shit's cursed. You want a banshee to come and gut your bride and then eat your face on your wedding day? Because that's how you have a banshee come and gut your bride and eat your face on your wedding day. Just get a new fucking ring. Merge the amulets. Return to the grave of their father, Entenaster, and merge the amulets. Yum. Alright, I've got to kill two other kobolds. I got Black Shriek and I got to kill Rotclaw and King Fag. Kobolds. They're not overly intelligent or creative. Like giant rat dog people. Because I think this was slightly before D&D redesigned kobolds as being kind of tiny dragonborn-esque. That's what the 5th edition kobolds look like. Old kobolds used to be these weird kind of rat things. WoW's got old kobolds. Fucking retarded little fuzzy stupid things with candles on their heads. They all have candles on their heads, and when you go to attack them, they go, "You no take candle!" Again, they're not very smart. Juices. No more juices. Sad. Yay! More juices. More juices. I keep forgetting we have that. Also, our jugs keep going missing. So it's kind of it's all well and good we have frozen juice concentrate, but we have nothing to make juice from it in. Yeah, and then that's gonna disappear too. Fucking gnomes, what the fuck do you? Are you having fucking gnome keggers down there or something? Stealing our jugs to just fill with gnome booze and get all fucked up? And then you're having fucking gnome raves. You stole our jugs to put all the booze in, and you stole my socks to use as beds after. You little fucks. Oh yeah, and lighters, because you gotta have that drunken gnome. Kumbaya. Drunken jousting? I thought you said toothpicks. Cause didn't the toothpicks disappear too? Very strange gnomes. We have very strange gnomes. Realistically, they could probably just like drown themselves in fucking toothpaste almost. Oh. Yeah, I'll kill you. Yeah, I'll kill you. Yep, flip.
Pledge shields arrive, get trained, then head off to war.
Wasn't that kind of the point of what they're supposed to do? Arrive, get trained, and then go off to war. After all, we're the war sworn. Sworn to war. I never really forgot it, but it's always just refreshing. Having been away from it and jump back in. Just how fucking pretty this game is. You are very glowy, glowy purple. Let me guess, sir. Are you gonna kick my ass? No. Fuck you. I win. Even though I got the first pass, but alright. Buckwheat. The golden buckwheat. Wheat. Say it that way on purpose, because it always just kind of made me giggle when people say WH words with the H before they start saying W. I'm like, how does that make sense to you? Look at the word. The W comes before the H. It's not what? The only one that kind of works for because there literally is no other sound is who. Because that one has a noise to it. You know, you don't go woo. That's another noise. And then you can combine them and make another noise entirely. But linguistics. Wheat. Oh, look at the lonely kobold rogue down there. Shall I go stab him in the face? And I gotta scoop around this side. So let's scoop. Hoot. Sploosh. Can I, like, surprise snipe him? Surprise! No! I wanted to go up and over. The one I can see on my minimap up there. Try to be tactically intelligent, but apparently you are unaware. It's a legitimate strategy. Whew. Yeah, so that hooks up and around to a kobold. Alright, let's go. Have another boof here first before I go, but it's one of my kobolds to go schmuck. Ah. My nose is itchy. Yeah. So I don't know, I guess I just want to do anything either. No want to move. No want to fix. Crouch. We're... Food. Relax. Jesus. Goose Frappa. Fuck. There should be an option to do more. It's a higher advanced camera. We should have options to be able to tweak like I did on the other one. It's so weird. Very. Oh, come on. Just break the damn boxes. Unbreakable? Apparently. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay. Come on then, boys. Except that nobody even chucked anything, so no. Except I hit block. See ya. Which piles now? Wash. Beep. Hey. Hey. Open. Hey, Mikey. How you doing? I got my YouTube all up and running. I don't know if you saw the post on that. So I've got all my backlog of shit. I can now dump and put on there. So you're gonna go through to another area. I don't want you yet. Hey. Yeah, no, I have a feeling it's gonna go to another area. So let's dip back. Yeah, new headset's super sexy. New everything, new controller. We just got a new entertainment unit that we set up. That's why the angle on things is different right now. What were you? Were you up? You here? No, you're pile of rocks here. So I got a pretty sweet game for myself over Christmas. This is a very game-heavy Christmas. One I just bought for it was like $2. Rapala Fishing, because I don't remember if you remember the one I had for PS2. It's an Xbox One version of that. But the one that I picked up that I really think you're going to enjoy, and I am going to stream it at some point in time, I'm just having my own playthrough with it first, is Maneater. Shark RPG. You remember that Jaws game for PS2? That, but more highly polished and add in RPG elements. Yes! It's a little bit weird to get used to at first, but it's super fun and super immersive. You feel like a goddamn shark. It's definitely one of those ones where you're gonna end up making like chompy monster noises and giggling evilly to yourself. Weakly. Except that didn't work because I dodged past him, but okay. Except I dodged out of it, so no. He didn't hit me. Pew! Zap. Yeah. Oh, and the other other update on that was in the streaming. Lexa started streaming her own things aside from just being the DM for our D&D games. I got her a couple games for Christmas. She's starting to work her way through that list. Well, and live, so she could actually stream. Plus a new headset for her as well. I haven't cracked into this Rapala fishing yet. I'm gonna do it later today after the stream. I think most of this week is going to be uploading all the progress so far for the Kingdoms of Amalur playthrough series onto YouTube, and then Friday for FPS Friday, that should be the episode to finish off the base game of Doom 3 BFG Edition. So that'll, over the weekend, I'll put the entire chunk of that up. Yeah, I remember the time when we were drinking and you couldn't remember what the fucking buttons were, and you were sitting that one time and figured out the trigger by accident and scared yourself and basically looked like a cartoon fart because you just kind of went, oh! Without wiggling or anything, just all one motion. Oh! I remember picking up the second Dangerous Hunts, which was a little bit more like a regular shooter. It kind of had like an adventure-y sort of thing and different scripted events that would happen. And in the Africa, the one time, going across a river that I scouted for very carefully, and suddenly having a crocodile chomp on my ass, shrieking like a goddamn schoolgirl because I did not expect it at all. I spent 5 minutes literally going, okay, well, that's a river. We're in Africa. I expect there to be crocodiles. Nothing. Test shots, couple, nothing. Okay, we're good to go. Yeah, crafty, scaly bastard. That would be the grave. Dead things! He lives, he dies, he is back alive. I am the necromancer. Log. It's log, it's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Pile o' rocks. And no, it's still a dead kobold. It's like a dead person that fell. Somebody just goodbye cruel world this. Goodbye cruel world. Oh nice. I haven't picked up Valhalla yet. I'm waiting on it. I've got to kind of get through a backlog. I want it. Obviously, it's Norse mythology. It's my mythology. Name the tongue with ancient magic in your hand. In a moment they're gone. Place with the key wrap, which is wrapped small paper around the telegram. This map may be used to find locations of the Esther strongboxes. Beep, beep, beep. Whoa, 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 whoa. No flingage. It wouldn't surprise me now that EA kind of like set a ball rolling on that and a precedent for big publishers to kind of jump in on that board too. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Ubisoft jumped on the train. Like, I've still got a bunch of games on my 360 and this to play through. I've still got to pick up a PS4 for the couple exclusives for that. God of War 2018. And then, of course, there's the sequel coming for that for PS5, fucking Ragnarok. Honestly, I'll just straight out get the, I'll just straight up get Valhalla because I knew it was going to. Assassin's Creed lost its identity for a while, then smartly stopped trying to be a stealth game. It has still stealth elements, but now it's just a big-ass open-world action RPG that's set in mythology. And they just hit my mythology. For a month, but I'll probably actually have it and want to play it through a couple different times. Like, that's one I know I'm probably gonna want to do a bunch of times. The Game Pass overall, I like the idea because it kind of reminds me of renting a game and trying it out. So, if there's a game that you weren't 100% sure on, especially in fucking today's market, with the overhyping and broken promises all the fucking time. Like the first little bit, Assassin's Creed 2 was great. The first one was it had a cool premise, was too repetitive and too boring. Assassin's Creed 2 refined it, set it great, and then they got a little bit set in their ways and boring. Like Brotherhood added in some new things, and then they got boring. Black Flag brought it back for a bit because there was the whole oceanic and sailing and pirating aspect of that one. But yeah, the base gameplay since Origins was still a little bit more heavily stealth from what I've seen. It was like the kind of transitioning point. Odyssey is when they went like full on. Nope, it's just an epic RPG action game now. But I expect there's so much less annoying fucking tailing or, you know, eavesdropping missions. Fuck, I hated those. Because they were always just so finicky and, like, arbitrary. And a lot of times it'd be like, blend in and not be seen so you can hear this person. And when you do it in a realistic way where you could hear them and not be seen, it's like, you can't hear them! Basically tells you to just go up and stand there awkwardly staring them in the face, but be nonchalant about it. Bro, what? You've been discovered! Well, no shit. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, Origins was like they started it. It was just kind of the transitioning point where they really started to kind of go, okay, I think we're going to go this way, but we're going to keep some of the original ideas and start to work. And then Odyssey, they went full blown. Yeah, I have 2 and 4 for the 360, but anything other than that, I'd be going from Origins on pretty much. Yeah, yeah, and then well, that was one of the things I was most looking forward to with Valhalla was the fact that they appropriately put in and made a major factor of it being doing Viking raids, which we would have had to do, we would have been doing. So that they made me happy that one of the core aspects is doing raids. It makes sense. And to be honest, like I'm kind of glad they went this way with it, anyways. Even in the first little bit when it was still kind of fresh and new, a lot of the whole Templar assassin back and forth interweaving like multi-era back and the storyline made no fucking sense. The overarching story that they were trying to go for was like, what the fuck is going on here? This is the biggest. This is a bigger crack trip than a game called. I don't know if you've ever played a game called Indigo Prophecy. I referred to it as Indigo Crack Trip. It's a fucking David Cronenberg, I think. Something like. Not no, that's the filmmaker, David. It's not the Cronenberg's a filmmaker. It's something like that. It's something like that though. But he's made a few games. He made Heavy Rain. Sean, 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 Sean. One of those. It's just the original overarching plot that they were trying to cram into the Assassin's Creed series in the background was more batshit and nonsensical than one of those fucking games. Yeah. Yep. It really did. It would take you right out of momentum. It had almost no momentum of it all as its own because it was this bass backwards, convoluted, dumbass attempt at it. Some ooh, edgy woke story. It was just like, okay, I don't give a shit about this. Just put me back in the Animus and let me go stab people in medieval Italy and jump off buildings. Like that's way more engaging and way more interesting. Or in the case of Black Flag, fuck you, fuck this dumb shit. I'm gonna go be a pirate. Fuck this shit, pirate. Fuck board meetings and, annual sales reports. Pirate. Yo ho ho, drinky the rum. scritching my parrot, stab an asshole in the face. Well, I know, especially too, like Origins started them going a lot heavier on the actual mythology stuff, where they'd kind of hinted at it, like a little bit in the original ones, but again, it was some weird bass-backwards, demented, like they're not gods, they're aliens, fucking thing. And it was like, yeah. So basically, as soon as they killed Desmond off in, I think it was three that they killed Desmond off in. Or no, Lucy died in. Lucy died in Revelations and then Desmond in 3? One of the two. I don't. See, I don't, that's how little it fucking mattered. Yeah. It's like, it was just broke all the flow of the game. It was one of those, like, what the fuck is going on here? And then some people bitched, like, they don't like the new directions. It's actually better than the old one, though. Like, it feels more... Yeah, you know what? It may have some pieces that feel samey with other big open-world RPG-type games, but, like, at least it feels like it has a complete identity now, not having some fucked-up identity crisis and trying to sell itself as cool and edgy. See, I found 2 was actually fairly well balanced for the anime stuff. That was one of my other issues with the first one, is that even the in-game, in like the as Altair, that was just so boring and repetitive, and like didn't have enough going on to actually be interesting. 2, they fixed that and they made the world and the characters a lot more interesting.
They hoarded treasures. And
Renaissance Italy is a wonderful, beautiful location to just romp through and stab people in. I liked how they added in some more real-world ideas of things with the different blending in the crowds and stuff, and like how you could get the different factions, the guys to help you. There was the mercs, there was the thieves, there was the courtesans that you could, walk in the... Ah, what the high?
By fair Gorta, the bones of all my forebears mean to kill me.
Bro, I was just trying to talk to my audience. Do you want to not interrupt?
They are the bones of all my fallen family. I am of an ancient line, and the curse it bears is almost as old. When a Skaith dies, the magic of the curse
the first
raises
one
his
was
bones and forces
fucking
him to hunt his
was just...
descendants. Nothing
It had like a couple interesting notes, but as a game it was terrible.
They will not stop until the line is dead, and I fear I am the last. But this curse need not end with my death, if you are willing to help me. I must exile
Seriously,
myself from my family. In ancient Alvar, members of the family or clan could be banished forever with the proper ceremony. This stronghold was my family's seat. It contains the solemn bell, the Codex Skaith, and my birth candle. All components for the ritual of banishment I must complete. We should begin. Meet me in Dove Whale, and we shall get underway.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Myself any more than I have to. Not while the curse.
Well, you're asking me to help you lift a curse. I feel I warrant some details about who the fuck you are. If I'm gonna be helping you with a curse, dude. Especially when you just shoved yourself into a conversation I was having.
The Skaiths were once prolific and powerful. But generations ago, one Skaith desired more. So
it was the other thing I enjoyed more about 2, and like they started going on. Like, the controls got better there, but it was still annoying. Where he'd just kind of be like, you'd be in a line, parkour running, and then he just goes, and now I'm just gonna go this way. To a 200-foot drop for no reason. Because you pointed him over here to a clearly indicated roof that was 3 feet from him, and he had to run like 8 feet.
Animates their bones and gives them hunger. For my life. A castle abandoned by the Astor family and later taken over by my ancestors. According to my texts, it became our great and glorious hall. Then my family became cursed, and the hall, like the rest of us, fell into ruin.
But mommy, love me.
The Astor family was once the powerful leader of this land. The bloodline ended when a war erupted between the two Astor brothers. Without a unifying ruler, Talarain fell to what it is today.
Also, how's that for light, Mikey? Should we turn the overhead on? Like, it looks a smidge darkish to me. Like, they weren't exactly fluid in 2, but they were better than the first one, and there's more of a sense that was going on. Black Flag, I felt like they did it again a little bit. 3, for some reason, felt like it went backwards on control scheme. Like, I really didn't like 3. Also didn't help that I didn't like the characters, like any of the characters in 3. I didn't think they were interesting. Connor was just kind of a dick. That's probably better. Hey. Yeah, that's better. Visibility. It's a little shiny on my face, but I guess I'll get used to it. Other option, I guess, is like, yeah, that's a really fucking weird way to do that. Forget that thing's got a dumbass shade on it. Yeah, I just feel kind of blind. I am a creature of darkness. Ugh. Commander Root, thanks for showing up. So,
The solemn bell is not far from the entrance of Dove Way.
you'd assume you don't want to go anywhere near Cyberpunk right now,
Near the old assembly hall.
which I don't blame you.
It has been centuries since it was rung last. It is no ordinary bell and can only be rung using scathe magic. Let us disturb its slumber.
I'm sure you're kind of like I am right now. You don't want to go anywhere near it. Yeah, kind of a fucking mess right now. Aside from the fact that I don't have the money to drop on a fucking new system where it would run better anyways. Even there, it's still running all fucked up. That's that is an aggressive dumpster fire at the moment. Get out of my coffee, fly fucker. Alright.
Let us be quick.
You can hold the fuck on. I was doing something and you just ran up and said, I'm more important. You're gonna get yourself whacked by Fairgore to fuck you, idiot. I'm pausing. Yeah, like, I'm interested in the concept of it. Just the more and more I started to see of it as things were going on, even before it got to this point, I was like, I don't know. One of the big, one of the big red flags for from trailers for a game going to be bad is that they harp aggressively on a celebrity presence. And almost all the marketing and everything centered almost completely on, hey, we've got Keanu Reeves. Balancing. Yeah, that too is yeah. They put the focus in the wrong place, and then yeah, that's was one of the things I immediately had a red flag about because that is a red flag in now featuring celebrities to kind of sell it and everything and have feature them in the game. That's fine because it's games have gotten to be a bigger market, and a lot of celebrities have gotten into featuring in games. But when you're aggressively featuring that as like the big selling point and dropping out much else that you had going in trying to push or show what's going on. And it's just like, we've got Keanu Reeves! Something smells bad about that. I mean, I love Keanu Reeves. And I'm sure, like, he was legitimately interested in being a part of Cyberpunk. And like, he seems like he, knowing what I know about him and, like, getting to see a little bit of him talking and being who he is, he's probably actually really into cyberpunk culture. But yeah, the way that they were levering so heavily that that is a selling point of the game pretty much was just like, oh, that's a bad sign. You had all these cool, strong ideas that you started with, and then you're not really bringing through anything on that. Just we've got Keanu Reeves. That's the game, the publisher equivalent of a, oh honey. Yeah, yeah, that's the other thing. Let's make it work barely. Still, like they still have it problems with it on PS5 and Series X. And that's the thing is, I don't hear anybody like nobody gets away without any sort of bugs. There's still some sort of bugs that kind of crash it and fuck it up. If you're lucky, you don't have a game-breaking bug. Like I haven't heard anybody say they've gotten anywhere through any bit of the game at all without it crashing on them 4 or 5 times. But the lucky ones were able to just jump back in and keep going. And yeah, this and like especially with like it's been a growing frustration, but a growing begrudging. We have to deal with it with the kind of things releasing in a sort of broken state and as a service to continually be patched. So there's kind of a give and take and a work with that, but like there's a certain amount people would be willing to give them, but like CD Projekt Red just burned all their fucking bridges and all their goodwill as a developer with how they handled this. I don't know if the actual company's going to survive. Like, they may just fracture CDPR and break into a couple smaller teams that start their own little companies or something like that. Or amalgamate to other companies. And yeah, it's yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but they knew that, which it's that's probably going to end up being their only thing then. Like, it's more or less what I mean is CDPR as an entity as known right now, like as an actual developing powerhouse. I don't think they're going to keep that. Like, I think that's going to go away. And that's what it may be. Is the overall company may hold on to GOG, and what they do with that is, yeah, the overall big CDPR team splits into kind of smaller teams that build smaller style games that just bounce up the library on GOG and try to get some goodwill back. That would be my play, anyways. That would be my idea for the smart play. Is you guys fucked up your AAA. Like, you fucked up in the AAA league. Bow out. Build up some goodwill doing kind of cool small indie games, because those still actually sell pretty big. Now is actually a bigger market than ever for that. But like, you stepped in the ring with big AAA companies who we're used to fucking up. There's EA, there's Activision. They do some fucking demented, retarded things a lot. And you managed to kind of one up them like right off the hop. Almost. You know? With your first completely original IP, because your breakout IP was shared. They had their original ideas in it, but they didn't come up with The Witcher. That was adapted from a novel series. Cyberpunk is just a wide genre, and so basically that was their original IP within the genre they really liked. And their first original IP, and you fumble the ball horribly like that.
I need you to escort me to the solemn bell in order to stop the bones of my ancestors from hunting me.
See, that's the thing. I get that, but at the same time, they might even fucked up how bad that is, because there's so many people that probably a lot of people that are going, okay, well, you better come out with another Witcher and make it the best game ever, or you're fucked. But there could be some people that are just like, you know what? I don't even trust you. I don't trust you at all anymore. Like, don't make another Witcher game, because that's just going to be twisting the knife, you fucks. I have yet to really get into the Witcher games. I haven't played 3 at all, and I've actually got to probably get through 2. It's on my Medieval Monday docket at some point, whenever I get through this, and then I'm going to put up polls for this, and when I get through the content slate I have set for FPS Friday, because I've got a couple rolling still with that, I'm going to try to do a poll thing for that as well. You know, follower polls, get some interaction. Hello, bone boy. Poof! Yeah, they'd have. I just feel like that's a really risky gamble too, just because they fumbled it so badly. That I think that they definitely keep dropping stuff in for Cyberpunk, but I think stew a little bit longer on the next Witcher. Basically, back to the drawing board and double down before you think about going for another heavy AAA game where you're touching something that a lot of people are going to want to buy, and if you fuck it up, you're done. And I think build a little bit of good faith back in fixing Cyberpunk, and then sit heavy on GOG and doing some small shit. Yeah, but they have to be able to pull what good old what No Man's Sky's team did, and being able to fix it, actually deliver on what they originally promised. Because if they don't, they are done, regardless of potential of Witcher 4 or not. But they pulled a miracle off. It's not like I will definitely give them the credit, but let's be realistic here. That's not something that most studios could have done. Most studios that came out with something like that would have just ended up folding, no matter how hard they tried. Yeah, I have no like. It's not that I think they're absolute garbage or anything like that. Like I realize there's a lot of talented people at CDPR. It was just the way that everything got handled and put together, and they've continued to handle everything with Cyberpunk. Is just like, guys, stop for a second, because you're hurting your fan base and you're hurting yourselves. And that's the other part where I think I have. That's where I think that kind of differs a little bit too. Is there's that separate level of No Man's Sky, like the No Man's Sky team. Everybody thought they were done because that was their initial game whatsoever. It was an original IP, but it was their first thing whatsoever to put out on the market at all. So they were a completely unknown quantity. The variables and swinging that gets a little bit more complicated when you look at CDPR because, well, this is their first big like original IP. They've made a name for themselves already. Like they've established themselves as a house that can produce quality video games. So for that to be behind them and then make this mistake, kind of shifts the balance on it a little. It makes it feel a little bit more tenuous about how things could go. Oh, there he is. Hi. Yeah, I was smashing pots. Fuck pots! Okay, so I'll zoom in. See, I don't mind a little bit of browning because it's got a bit of like a reddish rugs, and it kind of mixes in between all of the things. That one or the other one, I think. Sorry, but go into the discussion of rugs still if you happen to see the Facebook post. Is cowhide too much? I feel like cowhide is too much. Wrong outdoorsy aesthetic. I'm going for skull, not yaw. Sorry, I said that. Shouldn't have growled. The other one was skull, not yeehaw. Yeah. Like, yeah, I think it makes that mess a lot more complicated for them. Like, definitely, it was a mess, and it's a huge achievement for Hello Games, which is the No Man's Sky team, to have pulled off what they pulled off. But part of the reason that they were able to do it is because they had a certain level of anonymity where they could kind of just slide under everybody's doubts as the underdog and be like, alright, yeah, we fucked up, but haha, surprise! CDPR is very much in the public spotlight, has been for a while, so that extra level of scrutiny and pressure could end up making things weird. It was like what if it's not just a fluke? What if we have lost our touch? Oh my god!
Magic words to make it ring several times, and announce my intent on leading the Skaith family.
Yeah, we got to get different bulbs for that. It was just the general ones. We don't use the overhead very much. It's just this bulb in this lamp has seemed to not be as bright recently, or the switch in camera position isn't picking up as much light, so...
Leaving! I said leaving the Skaith family. You should listen better.
No, you didn't.
This is the home of my ancestors. It was once a beautiful place. It has fallen to ruin and become overrun.
Yeah, but we could change the different bulbs. Like it's a cooler temperature of the bulb color. Because I look a little yellow. I have jaundice.
Stay quiet.
Stop lying to me. Stop lying to me. Except I hit block. Poof! Again. Maybe if you hear me hitting things, don't just kneel there like a fucking moron. That wouldn't have worked. That would not have worked. My shield was up the entire time. It would have just bounced off it.
It is done. If the bones of my ancestors did not know we were here,
It's a little like
they do now.
longer, but yeah, it's regular.
Now to the library, where I can
Screw
find
it in
the
size.
Codex Skaith. Let us be quick.
Well, let you not be stupid. You can hear me obviously fighting things, but no, I'm just gonna kneel here and pray. After dropping an obvious lie. Yeah, I look a little jaundiced. I think that's part of the other reason the aggressively warm light temperature is part of the other reason why it kind of feels like it's like kind of burning my eyes. It feels angry. He's angry! Ah! Crikey. Yeah. Woo. Get back in there. Put that thing back where it came from. Oh, so help me. So help me. So help me. And cut. Booshki. I don't know if I could take a picture and it would show up properly to show what the coils look like. A very different look of a coil. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work, I won't bother trying. Excuse me, trying to send it, but you can kind of get the idea. Just take the shot. Take the shot. You can kind of see it. It's like aggressively spiky coil. It's a very different style. I have another thought. What if we look into a new one of these? That one, the table's a little bigger on. Two, the lamp sits a little higher. And we can get a brighter bulb for that. Well, I'm going to take a look around here real quick. Breaking your family's fucking pottery. Because you're lying to me. You want to tell me the truth yet? No? No? I hope that urn held your great Aunt Edna. Alright. I didn't know if it was still gonna do that in the middle part there. Just because, it's got like a condom tip on it, too. Almost. At the end of the bulb. It's weird looking. I sense that you are lying to me.
Here after all, I cannot go in that room, not while he is there.
Scrivener?
In
The
life,
fuck is the
I
Scrivener?
found the names of my ancestors to the Codex gave, and thus was the keeper of the names of our line.
Ah.
He fought the family's curse, tried to safeguard our names, but his battle was lost, and he became the worst of them. The Scrivener is powerful. I do not wish to face it, even if it is only bones and magic. Please, kill him quickly.
Ah.
Stay quiet.
Yeah, that'll probably get better. Yeah, the first ones definitely are like normal bulbs, but that second one has got the right shape to it. Yeah. Dead gave away that weird fucking condom tip. Probably better for here in general, though. Just brighten up the lighting where it doesn't seem so just harsh and angry. It's a little more clean. But I still think the idea of a better side table here with a higher lamp on it might do better. It'll be kind of out of the way more of the fucking thingy, too, when it opens. I'll have to swing that way the fuck out of the way. Go with him and Silly Gnome. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the stream, guys. Yeah, that too. Actually, I'll just snap a quick pic of our new the new unit there too. That's what put the stream off till today. It came in yesterday, and it was maybe more of a pain in the ass to set up than it should have been. Couple parts were like annoyingly finicky. Right, let's pack a bowl before I go fight the fucking Scrivener. Woo! Did you pick up the re-reckoning yet? Oh yeah, no, you said you did, like, one of the last times I was doing this. I still have to. I figured I'd do it after I get this all out of the way. For that time, too, massive price drop. Did they end up making it big though? 'Cause that was the other thing I was thinking that was kind of weird that I was looking at both of the new consoles is they both of them are like up too and they're kind of bulky, you know. Both the one and the 360 and when I get my PS4 even though they sit comfortably in the little space on that, like I wouldn't be able to do that with a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. I do know one of my first purchases of next year though, whenever the hell it comes out, the Mass Effect Remastered trilogy. Yeah. And did you see the little bit of the Mass Effect? I don't know if they're gonna call it 4 or 5 trailer, where it's very clearly back in the Milky Way, and that very much looked like Liara picking up the thing. Bioware's got a bit of a hole to dig themselves out of right now too, because they've not been having a great last 5 or 6 years either. Inquisition was okay, had some really great moments, but also had a lack of direction and over amount of filler bloat instead of just what could have been the same amount in overall size of content, but felt more connected or more wholesome. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Inquisition quite a bit and playing through it, but like I get fatigued from that game sometimes too. I gotta do it in like chunks and then come back to it after a while and be like, wait, what the fuck was I doing again? And then well yeah, it's looking very much like it's quite a ways after the whole Reaper destruction thing. There was one of the channels that I watch on YouTube that I have subscribed at What Culture. They did a like an hour and a half long podcast about it, and where they were two of the big Mass Effect guys on the team were geeking out about it, and they were having theories, and that was one of their theories is that it's trying to figure out the timeline, that it's obviously later because it's obviously after it's referenced a bunch of shit that happened through the original trilogy with all the audio clips and kind of rushing through the destroyed bits of space. You see the destroyed, Mass Effect relays, destroyed bits of the Citadel, and all that shit. And then yeah, that it's obviously, fairly obviously Liara for anybody who's played the game. Like no other Asari had those cute little freckles. And it also played, like that little kind of bit of the piano theme, the Mass Effect theme. Yeah, What Culture Jules is awesome. I have him subscribed actually on YouTube. I follow his particular uh, personal channel, Live and Let's Dice. He just did actually. You'd like this one. He's going back to it on Wednesday to do a second episode. He's doing a playthrough of Warhammer 40k Space Marine. It's a monster. I like uh, I like Jules. I like Scott, and I don't think she's on main Walt culture at all anymore. She just does the horror one, but Ash. I've got what culture gaming, what culture, and or what culture gaming, what culture movies, and what culture horror are all followed. Yeah, I was gonna say I hadn't seen Ben and Peter for a while either, but I did enjoy them. They worked really, really well as a duo because they're both just very dry and sarcastic. I have enjoyed a lot of what culture stuff, but that is something I will definitely say I noticed is they seem to be a little bit of a meat grinder with hosts. And just granted, from what little I've been hearing from Jules on his personal channel, of just having frustrations of trying to get content off and trying to do stuff to further stuff for what culture he seems to be a little bit frustrated with management. Yeah, I didn't even know they went off and did another one. I only discovered what culture really over 2020 because, well, I mean, we were all fucking locked inside, right? And we were on the internet constantly, so Jules actually, it was one of his recommended games for like most underrated games of 2020, and I hadn't actually heard of it. I try to pick it up. It's not on consoles yet, but I want it to be really bad. He did a stream of that, and I don't know if he's going to do a second episode, or that might have been the second episode even. But it's called BPM, bullets per minute. Think Doom meets like DDR almost. You can move normally, but like jump, dodge, shoot, or reload, you can only do on the beats of the song, and then it's just kind of like a heavy, aggressive like metal. Well, they kind of started that idea on what culture. Like I'd seen them do stuff like that a little bit in their own thing. Yeah, because I remember them doing a couple little mini things like that, or maybe it had even been, and I hadn't noticed, it might have even been off a triple jump and just gotten kind of linked through what culture videos because they were previous what culture hosts. Um, but yeah, there was like the worst games ever, or Violet's TV. Thank you for joining. Another TV viewer, welcome to the stream. Uh, it was like the working title hashtag shit games for wankers. And the one they covered too, I was like, I laughed because like I had that game and I wanted to like it because it had a lot of cool things about it, but the implementation and the way a lot of it was built was unfortunately terrible. Upside is that team went on to make my favorite Castlevania game ever, which was kind of Castlevania meets God of War, the Castlevania Lords of Shadows. But the first one was the Clive Barker's Jericho. which I wanted to like it. It had a lot of cool stuff about it if they had done it the right way, and if it had played anything at all like a decent shooter or a decent tactical game. I've still yet to even touch Borderlands 3. I don't know, the same thing. I had the same kind of feelings about that almost. It was like I very quickly was like I don't know. There's a lot of what I'm seeing on this that I don't like.
Did you hear that?
No, that was the way I came from. So that's the Scrivener. Interesting. Death Notice. Freya Alvar. Hi, buddy. Bye-bye. Scriven that.
Stave, now that the Scrivener is dead, it is safe for me here. However, I was expecting this place to be in better condition. Well, I suppose this is what happens to a library after a few centuries of neglect. Ah, but here is the Codex. Keep them off my back while I find my name. Let us be quick.
Ow. Jesus. Dickface. I was having a conversation. You motherfucker. Oh yes, this place will be safer now as I get attacked by more fucking skeletons. One more. Fucking.
It is done.
Are we done
I
yet?
added my name to the Codex Scathe. Yes, I added my name. I will explain later. No time now. Hurry. We must find my birth candle and finish the ritual. Stay quiet.
Okay, but you wanted to be exiled. You're lying, and it's really obvious. Oh, that's acid. Lovely. Sewer rot. Lovely. Yeah. Oh, that's a jump! I tried to get off it. I tried to get off. It didn't let me. Okay, disarm you. Okay, disarm you. No disarm. Boots of intensity. Hisn. Ugh. Yeah, that's... Even just... There was other things about it. It continued a lot of things about that 2 added that I didn't like. Basically, is... For some reason, whatever reason, at 3, it started feeling try-hard. Which was not what Borderlands was ever meant to be. It was kind of meant to sort of be a mockery of try-hard while being, you know, fun and challenging at the same time. That's kind of how I was feeling about it. It was like, I don't know. And a lot of things that I've heard about the way that they handled a lot of things with it too were just like, I guess for the longest fucking time, even if you'd beaten the game already or were going through on a second time, or just replaying sections, you couldn't... Yeah, that's one of the reasons that, like, that's one of the things I started to feel about it. Again, as more and more things... I was excited at the first place, and as more stuff started to come out, it started to feel not to the same extent, but basically the same thing as what happened with Cyberpunk, where more and more things happened. It was just like, oh, I'm not sure what you guys are doing. Hey, fuck you.
I must find my candle amongst these. It will not be long now. Let us be quick.
Be nimble and jump over the candlestick.
It's no longer here. My birth candle has been taken from its holder.
Near.
It has been taken, so I cannot complete the ritual. If I cannot extinguish the candle's flame, then I will only have a short time before the monsters reach me. The first must have taken it. He is the progenitor, not like the others, for he has never truly died. Yes, the hunger consumes his soul, but his body still lives.
You have a lot of
Please, warrior.
You keep
I must
explaining,
all.
but it
Help
just
me
gives me
reclaim
more
that
questions,
candle.
dude.
Not far from the candle room, there is the family sepulchre. That is the resting place of the first. Stay quiet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna poof that. Got more loot to grab. Stop interrupting me when I'm trying to find your family's crypt. Small money bag. Oh, no. Need a key. I'm gonna guess I probably have to beat it off the body of the first. Take that Edelweiss. Oh, no, I won't. I won't take that Edelweiss. Boopity boo. But the bag just. Where's Xbox friend? I haven't talked to in a while. Did I miss a Smashable? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, hi. I'm gonna go. Hang on a minute. Suck. Little fluffy sock. Curled in a happy ninja ball on mom's feet. Pause. Well, yeah, I take it very, very much like the new chair. Pass right the fuck out on it. And I guess as soon as she set it up earlier, he was immediately like, whoop. Yeah, I see you down there, Mr. DeFeist. I have a feeling you might actually be kind of a pain in the ass to fight, unlike the other dude. Kind of wrecked his shit even before I went into reckoning mode. But this is like the real boss of the tomb. I have a feeling he's actually gonna hurt. It's not gonna be anything like the fucking Avocados at the end of the fucking Teeth of Naros expansion. Jesus. I will eventually, with a character, and try to do it properly. I will try to see if I can get through it on normal, but for fuck's sake, just for my sanity, your eardrums, and the sake of progression on the stream, it was like, you know what? This seems rigged and broken as fuck on normal. I'm gonna bump it down so I can just get past the fucking fight and continue the playthrough. So it's not weeks on weeks of me trying to do this one fucking fight. Alright, we will continue moving here in a second. Go Vivi. I still think the higher would be nice, though. It would also be less in the way if we needed to open that. And you can't deny a bigger table would be nice, too. Sure, there are other things of that type.
It's him.
Yep. I noted him at the top of the stairs. So,
You must be a fool to follow Fatir around under false pretenses of some family curse.
oh, I knew there's something was going on.
There is a curse only on Fatir's ancestors, not Fatir himself. Nor is he being hunted by us. This ritual of his is not to free us from the curse. It is to take control of his ancestors and raise them as his personal army.
That's exactly what I had a feeling when he put his name in.
You can go ask Fatir yourself. But if you give him to me, I will be able to release my family from this curse.
You're right, I knew he was up to something.
Not give in easily. I will need your assistance in slaying him.
Okay. Hey, how you doing? Ah. You can tell very much you are up to something, you shifty little fuck.
Thank you for freeing my ancestors and myself from the curse. We will finally be at peace. In return for your wisdom, I offer you what little I can. The Skaiths amassed much wealth in life, and it is useless to us now. Our tombs carry the gifts for you. And now, I rest.
Loot the treasure room. Money. Haha, prisoner pick. Fuck you. Oh, just garbage. Come on. Can you put something good in these chests? For once, like if it's supposed to be amassed great wealth and it's a hard level chest, why is it just piss poor ingredients? It's not even like it was good quality ingredients. Thick half. Oh, there's the Aster Inheritance 1 of 1. One of 5, sorry. Herp derp. Yes, such great wealth you amassed. Scant handful of coins. And a couple shitty crafting ingredients. You're practically fucking barons. Sky Blossom. Aha! This is where the treasure is. Really? That's still all whites. That's more like gold. Those are still whites. Small money bag. Your fortune still sucks. Bye. That's not where I told you to send that. Okay, so there's that whole bit. there's a bit of stuff over here. There's another kobold to go whack over there. Hook up a little bit more. I'm way off. So where? In here somewhere. Oh, that does actually hook around. Quite suspicious. See ya. Inventory. Junk. Junk, 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 junk. Junk. Junk, junk, junk. Junk, junk. Junk, 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 junk. Some of those out of there. Millions of potion effects though. I think some of those potions are.
Now the vales and dells of Talarain stand
There's another one I
abandoned.
missed.
The once great citadels that stood in triumph now lie in ruins. Once pure, they have left the land, and with it, the mark of mortal sins.
Hi, Chubby boy. Want smoke? Come on. Oh, you missed him suddenly too. Just all of a sudden, just. You're gonna live. Bim bim. Kabushka. So that drops that. There's a little down there. There was a stone somewhere in the middle I was looking at earlier and forgot to grab. I think it was up by that though. Or did I get it? Hi. Hi, chubby boy. Go up behind. Check. Up here. Come on. Get up out of the way. Perhaps I did scoop it. Jake? Dude. What did that accomplish you? Is it a shiny thing over there? Yeah, chest back there. Okay, well, let's figure out how to get over that one. That didn't seem to have opened. And a yump. Yump part 2. Damn. Smoked it in 2 shots. I'd have a bag. Abbot Costello. Edalara, joint effort. Guys. Whoop. That's a kobold attack. Kobold attack. So follow to the left. Oh, look. Hello, friends. Ow. Okay, that's bullshit. Again, I'm in fate mode. You should be able to... Sorry, just get the hell out of here. Okay, that's bullshit that they can chase you forever. You dicks, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's still one thing I really hope that they fixed for Re-Reckoning, is that the weird combo breaking combat couple things. Swoop. Do very much enjoy, but that gets irritating. Did I check out this random splat? Because that looks mildly suspicious. I don't know why. Towery things. Jones. Oh, okay, that's kind of bullshit. Get out of here. Get out of here with your fucking cheap garbage. So fucking cheap. Lock us in there. Should. Killed. I just gotta find the fucking Crudox. It's a bear! Night, Yogi. Do you, perchance, have a picnic basket? Aha! Loot. Yeah, figured. Well, that's kind of... that is not a great place to have this fight. Chest. Gotcha. Another one? Oh. He's just like a super special guy, right? Ow. Whoopsie. Ouch. Well, that sucked. Zoo. Oh, wouldn't let me dodge. Whoop. I win, you lose. But valiant effort. Don't mind. I'm a heal now. with the grunty noise. Alright, so. The only thing left, aside from finding the other maxes, which is probably down towards the other end here, for those coming back. So go over towards, whatchamacallit, the ancient vault. Oh, hi guys. See ya. I got places to be. Sprinting, sprinting, sprinting. What are you pointing to back over here?
Good, you're here. A powerful
Wait,
relic
and wait.
stolen from our vaults, and they send a single pledge shield. Have they gone completely mad? Who knows how many like it were in that vault, and how many stolen already? Let's go in. We'll see what we find there.
Alright, I will be right back. I have to pee.
In this vault lies every cursed, chaotic tool ever taken from our foes, before we became simple
Hi, Laura.
mercenaries. Its doors, its walls, its very floors are imbued with magic to keep these dangerous and powerful things in, and everything else out. This place is mine alone to watch. Once we had shields enough to stand guard here day and night. Then the war came, and off to Cluricon they went. Now I come on my own once a fortnight and inspect the grounds. You can see where that got us. You're far from it now, but it hangs over everything like a
Tell me
putrid
about the
fog.
war.
Its very Cora in Melson Shear is Amalur and commands the Warsworn at the front.
Archer, thank you for joining. Have this too. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the stream, guys. Tell me a little bit more about
Mike
Bianchi.
Castellan dislikes dust and old things that aren't sung in a tavern, so looking after them, worrying about them, falls to me.
Yeah. Oh, crunch. Fucking unbunch back there. That's annoying. It's a fairly stock Alfar. Really do much with making it different.
You'll see in a moment. The outer doors are open, but that's no concern. It's the inner door that's always locked. Only Gryan has that key. They
How
were
did the
using it to
CPU
summon Niskaru in those caverns. Terrible. This is what comes of forgetting and ignoring. Come,
Okay,
this
so we
way.
got everything. Let's go then. Onward! Hang on. Does it matter which door? There's 3 fucking doors. I don't think it matters which door, but I'm gonna go with the center one.
The inner door. That shouldn't be open.
The same area. Is there no side lootable thingies? Before we get in there. Take a minute. Have a little toke because we appreciate the loving craftsmanship and detail. Graphical artistry. That is this vault. Kurt Schilling, the MLB player who had a slight addiction to gambling and World of Warcraft, that came up with the idea for this game and got a whole bunch of things together and pulled people to use his big name and his money to pull people. So he had R.A. Salvatore, famous fantasy writer, to create and write the world, a lot of the dialogue and characters. The art style is directed by and influenced by a lot of Todd McFarlane, who fucking created Spawn. And you have a lot of ex-Bethesda people that life, so no wonder it was fucking good. But the idea is he wanted it to feel like a single-person World of Warcraft, kind of, and it does have that feel to it. It's got the same kind of similar art style, and it's grandiose, it's enormous, there's a lot of detail and a very epic, immersive kind of feel in the world. It's got its own very unique signature. You know what you're in. You know what you're playing. It's hard to kind of mistake it for anything else. You know, even there's a little, you know, because of the success of more WoW and things like this and other stuff is there's now a lot of fantasy RPG stuff that's, you know, ranges from grim and dark and kind of gritty, photorealistic, or more artsy kind of fantasy like this. But you know, this like WoW, like Blizzard's art style, just in general and across all their shit, is you automatically know it's a Blizzard game. It's a very distinctive art style. The other one that made me kind of think and reminded me a little bit of that was Darksiders. Just adding a little bit more straight out comic book because the guy who's in charge of coming up with the art, part of the creation team of that, is a long time X-Men comic book artist. That's one of the things that I've really enjoyed, aside from just enjoying video games. It's one of the things I like about it as a medium, as an entertainment source, is that it really has a way of kind of bringing all sorts of different talented people and other sorts of mediums together to create this masterpiece of art. You know, you can have talented voice actors from new voice stuff or a bunch of different things like that. Like, you know, all over in here. I've already heard that character, Gwen Anway, that's Laura Bailey. You hear everywhere. Critical Role, anybody? I've heard Matt Mercer in here. Again, Critical Role. I'm pretty sure I've heard Travis in here. I'm not sure. That's Laura's husband, but those two are both in the Batman Telltale games, which are fantastic, by the way. And I did do a stream for Father's Day this past year. Just the very last thing I did on Mixer before Mixer folded. That I did a full one-shot, like 8-hour stream of all of the first season of Batman Telltale, but something happened to it at some point. I'm not exactly sure. When I was moving my stuff around and saving all my backlogs, and now I'm in the process of getting my YouTube set up properly and put all the backlogs up there so anybody can watch them or rewatch them as they want to. That would disappear. So I had planned to, for Father's Day this year, do Season 2 as a follow-up, but now I have to kind of rethink that, start over, because one's not there. You can't really do the second one if the first one's not there. I mean, like, the save file's still a thing, but I'm just going to delete it because it would make sense. The whole thing was a stream, so I'm just going to start it over. Those are really good, by the way. Nobody's played them. They're actually kind of low-key my favorite Batman games. Yeah, they're not as immediately in depth as the way that like Arkham does, where you get to actually like do all the things, but it's just the way that they handled everything, the kind of aspect of the bit of choice and things like that you kind of get in there, the way that Telltale does it. They hit familiar beats of the Batman mythos, for anybody who's not played them or not paid attention to them, but they did them in fresh, new ways, and kind of ways that would be surprising, where you would see inspiration and bits from other things. It was a really nice way to kind of do Batman. It was really fun. It was interesting. I did enjoy Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City was good too. I've heard low-key kind of Origins was the best one, and then Night was kind of a mess, which I haven't played, but honestly, like, whereas I enjoyed some of the wider aspects and open world things, and like the more overall Batmaning feel to Arkham City, there was things about it that started already to feel a little sloppier to me, and like a little rote and predictable kind of Batman, where it wasn't hitting ways that you knew had to kind of either established character notes, but in like a way that was anything other than, okay, I know exactly what's gonna happen, not it's gonna be okay. Like this is gonna be this is what's gonna happen, but I don't know how they're going to do it, or if they're going to slightly tweak it. But this is kind of the end result type thing, which is what the Telltale ones do. Is you know sort of what's gonna happen because it's a very established storyline, but they play with it enough and mold it enough and do some new things enough and allow you to be able to play with it enough that it's really fucking cool. I highly recommend them. And like I said, I will be fixing that appropriately and figuring out when. I've got to figure out my in-betweens right now. Wildcard Wednesday, which kind of covered everything that wasn't a massive medieval RPG for medieval Mondays or first-person shooter for FPS Fridays, is kind of nebulous at the moment. I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing, how to frame it around. Wednesdays are off for now. Raiding with my guild in World of Warcraft, and that's my mod and my wife. Is Mix Machina, who DMs our D&D streams all the time. She's stepped into actually starting a new gaming stream on her own, and she's picked Wednesday as one of days. Because I'm raiding, it kind of makes sense. It allows me to pretty easily, I can just have her shit open in another window in the background and quickly go over and mod and check it. Easier, usually I have it on my phone, like when I'm on for mine. It's a little bit quicker and easier. I don't have to try to alt-tab and fuck something up in the raid. I can just kind of still be slapping DPS buttons. Alright, we'll get in there in a second, Gwen. Take that. So it's 100% for sure. Like the thing too is one of the reasons why they did the re-reckoning for this is that the rights had been picked back up and they were planning on doing a sequel, but they wanted to kind of re-hype because a lot of people slept on this and missed it. It's actually fucking awesome. So it's gotta be then, like, we have the new consoles already and we've had still no actual follow-up talk with the sequel. We know that's kind of what they planned on doing, and pretty sure the re-reckoning did pretty well. I will be picking it up at some point. It's definitely gonna be. It's probably gonna be a couple of years into the new consoles then that we get to, so that's gonna be an interesting jump up as well. Like the re-reckonings, this one remastered, repackaged. So even technically, had they done 2 at this point, it would have been a jump up because you're another generation of technology, the things you can do with that. But 2 more for the actual sequel. Hey, it's I wonder if they're gonna go, because Schilling had originally considered to possibly making this an MMO like WoW, but then strictly being PC bound. Really, at the time, you really couldn't do an MMO on the 360 and PS3. I think a couple things tried and it didn't do super great. They still don't function super great on consoles, really. And then just the extra layer of even without the the coding compatibility thing of your system, just your compatibility and coding complexity for making even like it's complex it is as a single player RPG and the things of this size, but having it be an MMO where there's you have hundreds of people interacting with it, and you have to have certain things that aren't completely killed off, so you don't have people fucking other people over constantly. The balancing for an MMO is infinitely more complex. And I think it just went, yeah, you know what? Let's do a single player WoW. again, there's nothing, not a knock against any single-player developers. They're, you know, masterpiece single-player games that I absolutely love, and I can see the amount of difficulty and crafting skill that went into them is just as a general rule because of the logistics and actual components involved and mechanics involved and just concepts involved in it. Anything to do with an MMO is going to be immediately 100 times more complex just because you have this times easily say 100 to 1,000, you know, opening to have that idea for having so many different versions of it to open for people all over the world to play and then to all be able to kind of mesh with each other. And you've got like I will bitch, obviously. Like any gamer, it gets aggravating when you want to play your game and it doesn't work. But realistically, I know the complexity of the level. Like, I do appreciate how much Blizzard has done work to constantly upkeep and make the maintenance and keep WoW running at a fairly smooth level, because I have seen things with other MMOs that I maybe dabbled with a little bit or just heard about that were disastrously handled. You know, and like they weren't up to the task of managing that complexity quite so well. Fallout 76, anyone? Which, god damn it, I wanted to like that game. I really did. I liked the concept. I thought it was cool. I love Fallout 4. Being able to do it with my friends sounded really fucking cool. I did like the camp aspect where you can kind of just pick anywhere and constantly. It made sense realistically with an MMO where you're constantly grinding and leveling and moving to different zones in a bigger world. And with the possibility of all the nuke strikes and shit like that. But I thought that was a really cool and fun aspect, just as a way to enjoy and kind of do different things in the game. I found a really nice, kind of cool spot where I built myself a little house where I built a couple, dicking around, and I finally found a spot where like, this is where my forever home is. And then I made it another like month and a half in the game, with it being increasingly more broken and nothing being fixed. And it was just, and the player count dwindling. I can't do it anymore. I can't. Barely they've patched into a state of being somewhat reasonable and good now, but like that's so fucking far down the line. And I think you have to buy some shit to do it too still, so. And at this point I'd have to rebuy the game. Well, it might be on Game Pass, but I'd have to re-get the game anyway. And I've got so many more other things that I'd rather play and are much more worthy of my time and more fulfilling. It's not going to be quite so much of a gamble. I even have things that are backed up that are kind of more of a gamble. I will get back into the gameplay just like I started smoking and kind of babbling and discussing things. It's another part of the stream. You know, I do gameplay, but I also enjoy just nerdy things and gaming and the culture and stuff around that, and enjoy discussing that. So it's part of the reason why I invite people to come to and invite you to talk in the chat with me is to engage in these kind of discussions. I enjoy actually having people to talk about this with. You know, see different opinions, different things that Electrical Longboard, thanks for trying. Different likes and dislikes that people have, or different ways that they viewed it, because everybody's going to have a different opinion. Everybody's not quite the same. There might be similarities and things that people fall in line with, but it's never going to be exactly the same because you're never exactly the same as another person. Again, just logical. And it's just fun sometimes to throw things back and forth because, you know, I love this game, but like I said, a lot of people slept on it. So it was part of the reason why I decided to do a playthrough of it, even before they came out with, hey, we're doing the re-reckoning, and then I thought, well, that's perfect. And then, okay, I'll do it now, right before they drop the re-reckoning, because it kind of leads in perfectly, and I wanted to give more exposure to this anyways. I thought it was an amazing game. The only other person I'd seen do a lot of exposure on it, and plug it, was adorable little Ellen on Outside Extra. She loves Kingdoms of Amalur. She plugs in all the time, and so as soon as I saw that the re-reckoning was announced, I knew immediately that like one of the next features on Outside Extra was going to be Ellen going, they've brought back Kingdoms of Amalur! Scream!
Are these the same ones from Brigand Hall? You there! Stop at once!
Hey, stop shouting. Hang on, I'm trying to get a fucking view on the battlefield before we go Leroying in. Why he's laughing? You look weirdly skinny. Partially it's just the color and it's blending oddly with the floor, but it looks bone-like, but he's not moving like a shamble bones. If I remember correctly, that's what most of the Morse workers have to deal with. These guys summon a big Mascaru again. Which, if anyone watching hasn't caught up, don't worry, you will have the chance to after tonight's episode. Excuse me, sorry. When I download it, I am going to begin the, throughout the week, layering, this is episode 18 now, as you can see, the playthrough so far in this game onto my YouTube, and then after the episode for FPS Friday of Doom 3, which should probably finish off the base game, Doom 3 FG. I'm going to try to push it to make it a little bit longer if I have to. Words are hard. Over the weekend I will upload all of the parts of Doom 3 FG base game playthrough to YouTube, and then I think I might take a short kind of palette cleanser. I'm kind of working out what I want to do with it, but I want to take a small stack breaks in between going back for the main expansion of Doom 3, the Resurrection of Evil, and the little mini bonus one that they did for the BFG Sexy Remaster, kind of like they did for the re-reckoning of this, where there's all the DLC to it, and then a little bonus chapter that they created just for this version. Doom 3 BFG had that too. But I kind of, because they're not... See, this one's different where it's you're creating a character and this character's going through. The main character, the Marine that you play in the Doom 3 ones, it's separate Marines. So I kind of want to have a little break in between for FPS Fridays. I've got some other things lined up that shouldn't be super long games. It could be kind of like a chop in between, just have a little Doom 3 break. Alrighty. Spider webs, hi. Variangi. Varlangi. Oh, nice shot. That was it? That was it?
I found this in the leader's hand. It's the key to the vault. Or maybe a copy of it. Can't tell for sure. No knowing how many times they'd been in here when they knew I wasn't about. We were lucky to come when we did. Return to Helmgard.
What do we do now?
But he'll have to hear of it all the same.
Well, first I'm gonna loot these shiny bodies.
I must report
RPG
to Brian
1,
immediately.
bruh.
Meet back at Helmgard, Pledge Shield.
Yeah, I'll find you there, Laura. Oh, that's a long way down. Let's not do that. Looking for loots. Looking for loots. Hidden door. Yeah, I will go back momentarily. I'm gonna check this place out first. Again, fucking RPG 101. Destruction! Stout. Oh. Nothing that one. There's a shady. Okay. So that's the center. Let's. Ah! Can't shoot on the other side of that? Really? Right there. Okay. Let's go up. Not so hidden door. We'll disarm that. Smashables. And a GS. Flitty, fairy noises. Bam. Cack. Alright. To the inventory. Junk. Cool looking. more durability. Cool looking. Take a shot with it real quick here. Kind of like the other ones, though, I think. But then they make a cool lightning noise. The dead shot. Right, so the other side is a hidden door. Pile. Rash. I forgot to actually pull here. Herb derp 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 derp. I had to jump the fuck out of here. Doesn't need to worry so much about it now because it's mercantile high enough that I get going myself. Smashing, destroying shit. Nope, that's nifty. Alright. Oh. Crunch. What else did I have? Omnibus love. That's keep. That's travelers. It's back in Erathell. And 2 more of those, which I think is something probably up towards keep. Yum. I think he's at that in the camp near the center. Figure out Mulraid ruins. Pack of kobolds. So that one that keeps jumping me, that kept jumping me in that one spot. I wonder. Lucky Mine and Akata. Forsaken Plains. It's kind of all over the general area of the Plains of Erathell. And that one was busted. Alright, thank you. Man, Edelweiss is being a dick. Doesn't matter where I kill the Cronuts, though, I do remember that. I'm gonna check the side. The crevices are good enough for the other two to go back up. But I'm gonna head back up to Helmgard Keep, turn this in, and I'm gonna route the stream from it. I'll be back next Monday. Monday proper. Ah, it's north. Yeah, that'll be the dude there.
Good riddance to the kobolds. Now on to more fierce fare. Many a beast still needs to be slain, and there is one such beast, a Cruddock, that awaits you outside of Corgan Hold.
That'll tick off one of my other things, too.
I have given him the name Smiler, not that he has the intellect to understand what it means. Smiler lurks near the entrance to Corgan Hold. Killing him will take a bit of ferreting, and be careful, he knows these ruins well. Well,
Okay.
perhaps we shall speak later.
What the fuck are you? I don't think you're doing any damage to it. Oh, but it's gonna charge for me, not the guy shooting. Unbelievable. Shadows. Random drop off a wolf. That's 2 to 2. I don't want to go there yet. World map. This next one over. Candrian is both of those? That's a Katha. Forsaken Plain. She goes up towards a mare. Corgan Hold, so he's up near there. He's in. Okay. Alright, Smiler. I get your number, bitch. That was the one I think I saw before, and I did grab it. wall for any other chests. Feeling they're normally around these big towery things. For the most part, anyway. Okay, so follow that river. Hi, Smiler. I see you. Dip back here for a second. That sits a little better. I see you just lurking in there. I'm gonna come get you in a minute. Light a schmirk. Excuse me. Sneakity, sneakity, sneak. So you got a friend in there? Oh, yeah, there's wolves in there too. Surprise. See? Ooh, smiling. Ow. You're having me kill all your things for you, and you're gonna try to take credit. I'm not gonna have that. I will stand up and be like, yeah, no, he had me kill everything for him. I'll gladly kill them, but I'm not letting you take credit.
Ah, Smiler has fallen. I would raise a glass to the creature's demise, but raising one too many glasses is one reason I was reassigned here to Talarain. Well,
So you're a lazy
you've
drunk.
done your share by ridding the world of him, but there are still beasts that need to be slain. And this particular beast, Colmere, will not be as easy to kill as the others. Colmere is an Etin, a war priest who has made camp in Talarain. The Etin are not very intelligent creatures,
Might have
but
killed
they
him already.
compensate this with their strength. Well, perhaps we shall speak later.
Yeah, he's up in that area. Alright, well, we got him after. Next tab. Check up here. Quiet the Babbling Brook. This is the farms. I don't think there's gonna be any of the things up here. There's a shiny right there. Hello, loot bag. No? No? Okay. Let's check over by this one. I did not notice in the running by. And a buy. Take that heal pedal. This one was one by this. Go out, damn you. I said go out. Loopity 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 loop. Got that one, I got that one over there. So, no, there's none there. What's higher up? Clear your browser history. Epic pressure. Nuclear pigeons. Thank you for joining, guys. Catching just the end of the stream, but you're welcome to watch the playback after it's done. And after I download this one, going to be heading over to my YouTube, and over the course of the week, be slapping this whole playthrough up so far to the backlog of all the things I have streamed and recorded or downloaded to be able to have here. It's nowhere near done. It's still a long ass game, but Might as well have the backlog of people who are just catching in now if you want to catch up on it. They're all fairly long episodes. Like I said, it's a big ass game, but it's awesome. Yeah. So just search CleftX88, my gamer tag, gaming. Same thing as my handle on Twitch here. Arrow juggles. Oh, I didn't mean that, but definitely did not mean to screenshot that. Fix that. I accidentally moved a button or what happened there. No, I opened that. Yeah, okay, so I ran over from that side, but I have done them both. Scoot back up and over to keep them. We'll wrap the stream. Thank you everybody who joined. I appreciate you very much for being here. Like I said, for those who were late to the party, sorry that happens. That's why I do set the streams to be able to stay for 2 weeks. And, you know, for those that are late to the party in a long sense and are curious about other things that I have streamed, like I said, that's why I've got the YouTube all set up. I had it set up, had the YouTube there for a long time ago, but was just kind of using it for base YouTubing, and had kind of herp derp on how to get content on there. But I figured it out, and I'm now uploading the backlog, like I said. So if you are enjoying my content and want to you're curious about other things that I've streamed and other games that I've played, other playthroughs, you want to see those, search CleftX88 Gaming on YouTube. I'll probably show a bunch of my videos on my actual channel. It's a picture of me doing the Borderlands thing. I got a gas mask on over here.
I'm glad you're here. I've taken the precaution of jailing Gwyn. A bit heavy-handed, I know. But this is a serious matter, and only necessary until we've cleared this up. That vault was hers to watch over. This can't help but put her under suspicion. We have a small jail at the back of the keep. Useful enough, between the freemen and other sorts you find on the plains. Well, on the one hand, she was always consumed with all that dusty history, and it just doesn't seem like her. Fact is, if not Gwyn, someone helped those mages get in.
Quick fix.
But
Tried
who?
to upload it.
And how?
Tried to actually type.
The vault was Gwyn's responsibility. There's no getting around that. Until it's clear precisely what happened, she'll remain where she is. Things in that vault are fine for songs and tales of Eamon. They make the Warsworn seem more legendary and grand. Yeah, it's all dusty nonsense to me.
I lead these people, but I have no respect for their history and what happened. You're an idiot.
Yes, these mages, the Farlangi, was that it?
If it's not,
They stole the relic, of course.
it's kind of a story
They
history.
must have had help from inside to get in. Your search must continue.
How, why they became who they are.
She never mentioned a key. Withholding evidence as well. The girl broods so. Suppose I'm not surprised. I do want to know what became of that key.
She hide it in her bosom? Perhaps. I'll go talk to her.
Welcome to Helmgard. One of the Order, eh? What brings you to Helmgard? That I do. Any soul who's willing can take a contract. When it's done, just come to me. I'll see you paid. Right then.
Oh, okay, nothing new.
Every month, more freemen making trouble somewhere.
Okay, what? Laura, talk to
Don't
me.
tell me you believe I had a hand in this. After all you've seen. This is a nightmare. I blame myself for some things, but this is not one of them. Yes, it did. I failed to stop it myself or convince them of the danger of keeping so many powerful relics. But Brian would rather sweep this under the rug. That is why I'm here.
I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that.
I wish I knew. Today's Warsworn aren't heroes or demon slayers, just mercenaries. Soldiers. Brian Shane is a shining specimen of the modern Warsworn.
Clearly based on his disregard for, storied past.
That our old enemy still lurks somewhere in the shadows? Yes. Often and always upon deaf ears.
It's funny because, the other character that I have to meet, Eileen Shear, is also voiced by Laura. She's just a little sultry about it.
The key! Gods damn it! He was in such a rush to throw me in here, I forgot. Take it. Show it to Brian. If it is a copy, I know a master locksmith in Tyrion's Rest who might be able to help. I'll be alright. Just go solve this, and get me out of here.
Back, talk to Brian.
If Gwyn's guilty, I'm a Craddock's arse.
Yeah. This leader guy's kind of...
Armor shined, sword sharp. That's how Brian
kind of seems like a complete pompous
What's
ass.
this now? A key found among the vault intruders. I see. Well, I can say for certain that it's not the original. That was the first thing I checked after you went off to the vault. Ah, yes, the gnome. Tarion. He'd know something of how this was done.
Harry Darrington.
Did Gwyn suggest this? She always did have a head for these things.
Listening to see
Although, if she's behind this, the gnome could be a trap. Be wary, Pledge Shield.
If it's a trap, I can handle it. Alrighty. So, we're gonna save here again. Clear the autosave. Exit to the menu. Check the load game. Sweet. It's all good. And we're going to cap the stream here. Thank you, everybody, who came and joined. As I said, if you came in late, check it out. The replay will be up shortly. It'll stay there for 2 weeks. And, like I as well. So if that's up, I'll be down library. This is one. As is so far. Not even halfway through yet. Not really the main game, but I gotta do the halfway crossing. Long. They're gonna be hefty games. FPS Friday is gonna range around more. You know, first-person shooters aren't quite. I do have something gonna be like RPG like that. You know, Rage, Far Cry, Blood Dragon has a certain thing where like it's got all the bases and like the world RPG type RPing type thing or domination or takeover. So it's got extra content that way and all the extra stuff. That's going to be out there eventually too. But they're generally not as long, as big as like the whole thing about being one is they're usually going to be just big ass, awesome, epic games. We're going on an adventure, a quest. So come join me, and I hope you continue to enjoy it. And keep coming along. We'll see you next Monday, guys. Thank you for coming. And yeah, later.